Well, hello there. It's Take Two with Jerry and Debbie and you here on EWTN Radio. Along with Debbie Georgiani, I am Jerry Usher. So delighted that you have taken some time to tune into the program today. Our producer is Ace McKay, and let me see who we have on. I'll have to
Matt
check
Kabinski.
that. Matt is back. Yeah, right.
Matt's back.
And Jeff Burson on social media. So, folks, we're going to have a little bit of a laugh today. I look forward to it, Debbie.
A little bit of a laugh. We've already got the first joke that came in from Jack Williams, so we'll share that. So that's wonderful. We were laughing already before we started the show. So we're asking our Take Two family, give us, or give Matt first, and then give the rest of us your best clean joke. Okay, your best clean joke. And we invite our young listeners, if you're in the car, please call in and give your best clean joke at 833-288-3986. Do you want to share Jack's joke? I think it's hilarious.
I think it's good too, yeah. Jack is the general manager of EWTN Radio, and he says, what did the horse say when he tripped? What did the horse say when he tripped?
What?
And this is he said, I've fallen and I can't giddy up.
Okay, that was good. I love that.
It's a really good one.
That was really good. Okay, and we're going to go fast, right? We're going to get the jokes and laugh and keep laughing for the entire hour because it releases those feel-good hormones, you know, those endorphins, those good that you feel happy and you can get on with your day. And we wanted to add that beautiful sense of humor to your day. All right, you ready? So start calling in. You can even go online and just, type in, give me a nice, clean, wholesome joke or whatever. And you'll get great jokes there. And then you can just share it with the rest of us. 833-288-3986 is the number to call. You'll speak to Matt Kabinski. He'll listen to your joke first. He'll see if it's worthy of a laugh and to be on air. And obviously it's got to be clean. And because we are a Catholic radio station, radio network, actually a global EWTN global Catholic radio network. So we want to make sure we are honoring to God in all things. But we can laugh, right? We can laugh, Jerry.
Mm-hmm. We love to laugh. We know the Bible tells us the shortest verse in the Bible is Jesus wept. So he was fully human like us in all things but sin. So we know that if our Messiah, our Savior, wept, he certainly must have laughed. In fact, I can imagine, Debbie, the apostles and Jesus kind of skipping along down the road once in a while and just really getting a good laugh out of things that they encounter, they experience, or what one of them says. So, yeah, lines are filling up already, but a couple still remain. If you have a clean joke, we would love to hear what it is. Especially, if it's about the faith, there are a lot of clean jokes that kind of poke fun at our faith, and we like to have a laugh at those. So you can call about that as well. 833-288-3986.
And Jeff Burson came up with this wonderful quarterly show, and it's been very popular. So you don't have to be Catholic to call in. All ages are welcome. If we've heard the joke before, that's okay. I really can't even remember what I ate for dinner last night. So I'll laugh again at the same joke over and over again. So let's have fun with it. Start calling in 833-288-3986. Give us your best clean joke. And Jerry, we've got Chris in San Antonio, Texas on Guadalupe Radio Network is going to give us the second joke because Jack Williams shared the first one. So Chris, take it away.
Yes,
hello?
Are you there?
Yes,
yeah,
hello,
we're here,
Chris.
Go for it. Yeah.
Yes. So a little boy comes home from Sunday school, and the dad asks him, "What did you learn today?" And the little boy says, "Well, we learned about Moses, the Israelites, the Egyptians, and Pharaoh." The dad asks him, "So what did they tell you?" The little boy says, "Well, we learned how Moses hired a bunch of engineers, built a bridge, crossed the Israelites over the Red Sea, and when the Egyptians tried to follow them, Moses called in a bunch of jets and blew up the bridge and all the Egyptians and Pharaoh. And the dad looked at the little boy and says, "Is that what they told you?" The little boy says, "No, not really, but if I told you what they taught us, you would not believe it."
Yeah, actually, miracles, truth can be difficult to believe
Comprehend.
sometimes. We believe them on faith. Chris, thank you for getting us started here. Go ahead, Deb.
Way to go, Chris. That was awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, Chris just freed a line. Now you can call in and give us your best clean joke today on Take Two with Jerry and Debbie. Jerry is back. Jerry, we missed you yesterday.
Thank you. I'm sure the show went very well. Favorite day of the week. Yeah.
Yeah. You know me, anytime anybody introduces food or cooking, then I start thinking about food the whole entire day.
Yeah.
I love that, though. I'm so easily led into the food category. I just love that. But yes, we did miss you. We're glad you're back. Do you have a joke for us? Because I don't have any jokes.
Actually, yeah, I did come up with a few. I looked online, so I cheated a little bit. But
Okay, that's okay.
here's a couple of them. A man walks into a library and asks the librarian for books about paranoia. She whispers, "They're right behind you."
Okay, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, did you get those online? That's good.
Yeah. There's this one site here that has a lot of good ones. You want to hear a good roof joke?
Yes.
Okay, the first one's on the house.
Okay, that was hilarious. You're really good in the timing of jokes. I'm not that good. I start laughing before I give the punchline. It's not good. I'm not a good joke teller.
Yeah. Yeah, timing is very important in comedy and joke telling. So
Right.
there's a couple from me. We've got many of you on the line right now, but not all the lines are filled up. It is our quarterly Give Us Your Best Clean Joke program here on Take Two with Jerry and Debbie. 833-288 EWTN, 833-288-3986. Feel free to use the email route as well. That's take2@EWTN.com. You can post on the show website, take2show.com. And Jeff Burson is monitoring our social media video streams very carefully for your jokes there on Facebook or YouTube. So a lot of ways for you to get in, participate in today's show.
Absolutely. I just want to do just a little bit of housekeeping, just because, Jerry, I want to remind our listeners a couple times just to make sure we've got it correct for this particular one. Ace McKay has given us the word that You Choose Week is back, September 25th through the 29th. So some submissions for suggested topics for that week. It's happening right now through September 15th. Just go to take2show.com. Okay, we'll say that many times throughout the show and this week so you can participate. Okay, this is Give Us Your Best Clean Joke. We want to hear from you. Call us. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Al Cresta. Join me for a daily conversation about the things that matter most on Cresta in the Afternoon. This afternoon, 4 Eastern on EWTN Radio.
This is a Pro-Life Minute with doctors Stephen and Gracie Christie.
Okay, so pro-choicers say that an embryo might technically be alive, but so's an acorn or a tomato or a jellyfish, and we don't worry about those lives. Do you also fret over killing jellyfish?
Okay, a jellyfish or an acorn or a tomato is a thing. An embryo or a fetus is a human being, and all human beings, unlike things, have inherent dignity and immense intrinsic value, irrespective of their capacities. Surely you're not going to argue that all living things have equal intrinsic value, that there would be no difference between killing, for example, a 2-year-old cow or a 2-year-old child. Clearly, that's not the case. We simply do not kill innocent human beings.
For more on the culture of life, go to EWTN.com/pro-life.
The Children's Rosary is a simple and deeply moving prayer experience where children pray and learn more about the joyful, luminous, sorrowful, and glorious mysteries of the Rosary. Visit EWTN.com/kids for more.
EWTN.
Make us laugh, make each other laugh here. It's our clean joke show for this quarter on Take Two with Jerry and Debbie. We're going to get right to it, back to it, I should say, in just a moment. I want to tell you real quickly, though, about a book from EWTN's religious catalog. It is called Secrets from Heaven, Hidden Treasures of Faith in the Parables and Conversations of Jesus. And that's written by Father Sebastian Walsh. And in the book, Father Walsh helps you break free from stale and familiar takes on the gospel, really giving you new eyes to see and new ears to hear the inexhaustible depths of Christ's wisdom. The parable of the sowers, the Good Samaritan, the prodigal son, the woman caught in adultery, all these and more come alive in fresh ways that you've never noticed before. It's available at EWTNRC.com. Again, the book is called Secrets from Heaven, Hidden Treasures of Faith in the Parables and Conversations of Jesus by Father Sebastian Walsh. You get free standard shipping in the continental United States for online orders $75 or more. Just use the code FREE when you check out and purchase that book.
I'm going to try hard not to laugh on microphone. I'm going to try hard.
Good luck.
Okay. You see how easy that was? I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to laugh out loud. Okay, well, let's hear what Christine has to say in the great state of Louisiana on Christ Our King Radio. Christine, tell us your best joke.
Yes, good morning. Why did the tomato blush?
Why?
Because it saw the salad dressing.
Oh. I thought maybe it was because the tomato's red, and that's just a natural blushing color. But that's a good one, Christine. You get to
good.
You get to tell that in different circles as you go about your days.
Yeah, I have another one similar.
Okay, go real quick. Yeah.
Why did the fish blush?
Why did the fish blush? I don't know the answer to that either. Why?
It saw the ocean bottom.
Okay. Wow. Those are catchy. Those are good.
Yes,
yeah.
Very good. And they're
Thank
easy
you,
to
Christine.
remember. I love that. Thanks, Christine. Thank you. And we're also getting email jokes that are coming in, direct messages on Facebook and YouTube. You can email the joke at take2@EWTN.com. I'll let Jerry read it because he has really good timing and this pace for telling jokes. I just like to laugh at jokes. Okay, Jerry, we're going to hear what Pat has to say, the joke from Upper Sandusky, Ohio, St. Gabriel Radio. Hi, Pat.
Hello. Yes, my joke is Joseph and Mary were out in the garden, working the garden and hoeing and weeding, and Mary was down on her knees, and she looked up at Joseph and said, "You know, when I die, God's going to take me into heaven, body and soul." And Joseph looked at her, and he leaned on his hoe, and he said, "That's quite an assumption."
Wow, I didn't see that coming, Pat. That was catchy. What do you
Yeah.
think, Deb? What do you think
That
of
was
that
good.
one?
Where did you hear that from a priest? I'm just curious.
I have no idea where I heard it. I heard it a long time ago, and the only joke I know, probably.
Yeah.
Well, we're
Very
so
sweet.
glad you got through, Pat, and we're able
Sweet.
to help brighten our day today with that one. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Best clean joke. What do you have to share with us to make us laugh on this Tuesday broadcast? 833-288-3986.
Mm-hmm. We are getting a lot of jokes coming in. We're going to have to read them on the fly and try to share them with you if they are good and clean. We're counting on you guys. Keep them very wholesome, okay? Dave in Atlanta, Georgia, Jerry, is listening on our friends at the Quest. Hi, Dave.
Hello, first-time caller.
Thank
Good.
you.
Great to have you with us.
I've been listening to you for a while, though. Why
thanks.
can you not talk to a cow?
Oh, I'm going to like this one. I love cows. Why?
Because it goes in one ear and out the udder.
That is good. Did you make that up, Dave, or did you find that somewhere? Here, maybe you heard it somewhere.
I forgot where I heard it, but I told it to my grandson yesterday, and he had a hard time getting it. But he's 4, so he had to think about it a little while.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, it may stick with him, though. He may be telling that joke on our show in, 15 years or so.
Okay, I actually love that joke. I'm going to go back and listen to the show and write it down, make sure I can memorize it, Dave.
Thank you, guys.
Have a
Thank
great day.
you.
Yeah.
That was a great joke. Okay, we are getting other jokes that are coming in on YouTube and Facebook. And Jerry, is there any of the jokes you want to read for us?
Well, via email, Jonathan at take2@EWTN.com. How do you look for Will Smith in the snow?
How?
Just look for the Fresh Prince. For those of you who remember Will Smith.
That was a TV show, right?
Yeah, it was a
sitcom?
TV show,
Yeah.
Fresh Prince, yeah.
Yeah.
Prince.
Yeah.
Yeah, good one, Jonathan. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, this is so cute from Billy. Where did you learn to make banana splits?
I don't know.
Sunday school. I told you I start laughing in the middle of the joke. That was good, Billy. I like that. I'm going to save that one. See, I like those really short, easy jokes to remember.
Pithy, short, pithy jokes. Yep.
Pithy. That's a good word. Okay. We do have some open phone lines if you'd like to give us your best clean joke. This is a great way to get into the family, the Take Two family. If you're not Catholic, this is a perfect way to come on into the family. We like to have fun. 833-288-3986. And yes, we are a live call-in show. So if you're just tuned in to EWTN and you're wondering, why does this have anything to do, and what does this have to do with my faith? Well, you got to keep a sense of humor. I always say that. You got to keep a sense of humor. If you know, which saint was it? Saint Teresa of Avila, or some say Avila, used to say something about sour-faced saints.
Yeah, Lord deliver us from sour-faced saints.
Yeah. We don't want to be sour-faced.
Keeping a bright, positive, even humorous outlook on life is very, very important. What do they say? Laughter is the best medicine sometimes. And as you pointed out, Debbie, you know about these things. If we focus on the negative all the time, it can actually affect our health. If we are constantly stressed out and worried about things. And so we do want to have this little bit of levity once a quarter on the program.
That's true. And I shared this with Jerry the other day. A lot of people don't realize this. If you look at the lives of the saints, so many of them had a fantastic sense of humor, sometimes a biting sense of humor. They could come back very quick. Padre Pio is a great example of that. He had a very interesting sense of humor. He was very serious, absolutely, but he also had a sense of humor. And I think that the balance there.
All right, Terry is in San Antonio listening on our good friends at the Guadalupe Radio Network. Hi, Terry. Hello, Terry. Are you there? Well, what we'll do is we'll have Matt Gabensky, our call screener, check back with Terry in San Antonio. And also in Texas is Denise, and she too is listening on the Guadalupe Radio Network. Hi, Denise.
Good morning to you both. I hope that this is funny. I consider it funny. But anyway, there's this elderly lady. She comes to Mass every morning for the 8 o'clock Mass, but she has this custom of going over to the left of the altar there in the sanctuary to pray before the statue of St. Martin, because she has a great devotion to the statue. And it's a beautiful, tall statue, and she spends time there before Mass. And then she goes, of course, and sits in the pew to hear Father come out and celebrate Mass. In the meantime, she leaves, and the priest happens to come out and takes a look at the statue and says, thinking to himself, boy, this statue really needs a touch-up. Maybe we ought to take it in the back. And the assistant has a little knowledge about paints, and she can sort of touch it up. So he tells the assistant, why don't we take the statue back and take a look at it and see if we can sort of touch it up with your paints there. And she says, okay, Father, but Father, that lady that comes in the morning is going to find that there's no statue there, as she usually finds, and stands before and prays before. She has that great devotion to St. Martin. And he says, well, I have a smaller statue in my office. Why don't you go and get that one and place it on the pedestal meanwhile? And that'll, I think, will suffice for the time being. Okay, Father. So the next day, she follows his instructions, and then the next day the lady comes in as usual, and she's approaching the statue, and she's sort of shocked, amazed. She has mixed emotions, and she approaches the statue and quietly whispers, "Where's your dad?"
Wow, that is good. Yeah, that could have gone a number of different directions, Denise, but that was funny.
Very good. I'm going to give you an A for remembering all the details. That was pretty awesome.
Yes. Okay, well, I have another one if you'd like to hear it.
Sure.
Okay. So three guys are visiting. They're out in the boat, and they get shipwrecked, and they land on an island. And, of course, they find the lamp, and they rub it, and here comes the genie, pops out, and he says, I can grant you each a wish. And so the first friend, first of the three says, well, I'd like to, I really would like to use my wish in order to wish for being back with my family, my friends. I've been here on this island for 3 months, and I'm really desperate to see them again. granted. And so he disappears and he's gone. The second one says, what about you, sir? I think I'm going to go ahead and ask for the same wish, and that is to be reunited with my family. I desperately wish to see them again. And he says, granted. Then he gets to the third one, and he says, well, what is your wish? And he thinks about it, and he thinks for a bit, and he says, I wish that my friends were here back with me again.
And there they were. Joke reminds me of Gilligan's Island.
Mm-hmm. I was
Remember?
thinking that too. Yeah.
God
Very
bless
cool.
you, Denise. Thank you.
Thanks, Denise. Boy, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
The folks from the great state of Texas know how to laugh. We're getting a lot of Texas calls today. Yes, Jerry.
I was just going to say, you remember Gilligan's Island? It was so frustrating because every episode they came so close to getting off the island, and then they kind of fell through and didn't work out, and they had to stay there. Of course, that was the thing that kept the show going. But you had this a little bit of sense of frustration at the end of the show. I used to, anyway.
I always felt frustrated. I watched it every time thinking that there was going to be a different ending. And there never was. They were stuck on the island. Yeah. I know. And why did we stay so attached to that show? I don't get it.
I guess maybe just hoping against hope that one day they would get off the island.
That's true. That's very true. Maybe. Okay, so I needed to share this. I get to read a joke. This comes in from John in New Jersey. And John says, Jerry, get ready for this. A man goes into a boat dealership. The salesman asks, what kind of boat would you like to buy? The customer states, I'm looking for a used Ark. The salesman replies, we don't have any here, but you're in luck. I know a guy that has one for sale.
I know a guy. That's excellent.
Thanks, John.
Yeah.
I hope I read it right.
I think you did.
Yeah.
Michael M., who's watching on YouTube. Hello, you guys watching on YouTube and Facebook. Michael M., what has stringy red hair, a big red nose, and was born in a petri dish?
What?
The answer is Bozo the Clone.
Okay, that's hilarious.
Thank you,
You guys have some great Facebook and YouTube chats, like Billy weighed in and Michael's, and you guys are awesome. I love the chats you got going. Sometimes when I'm traveling, I will actually check in on the chats. They're really fun.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, they're really cool. Okay, we do have an open phone line. If you'd like to tell us your best clean joke or send it in via email, take2@EWTN.com, or go on Facebook and YouTube. We're waving to you guys. Hi, guys, the Take Two family there. You guys are awesome. And send us and call us with your best clean joke. Okay, Jerry, where do you want to go next? Because I have the book out. I'm trying to make notes because I want to learn to tell jokes better.
Let's try with Don in Orchard Park, New York, and listen to what he has listening on the Station of the Cross. Hi, Don. Thanks for taking the time to call.
Oh, thank you. My dog swallowed one of those little pen flashlights last night. Ask me if he's sick.
Is he sick?
Ask me. No, he spit it up, and now he's delighted.
Wow, that's really different. I've not heard that one before.
That's
Don.
a good one. I like that one.
Where did you first
Don.
hear that? Do you remember when you first heard that one?
You know what? This years ago, when I was maybe 10, I think I got it from a Boy's Life magazine. It's just always stuck with me. I don't know why. That's it.
I can see why. That's a good one. Thanks, Don. Yeah.
Thanks, Don. Thank you. And then John just said, thank you for reading the joke. Thanks, John. Keep sending the jokes in. I want some golf jokes. I think golf jokes are hilarious. If anybody's got a golf joke, can you call us? 833, it has to be clean though. 833-288-3986. None of us want to have to go to confession after this show.
Right. We're going to go to Illinois, and DJ is listening to us on WSFI Catholic Radio. Hi, DJ.
Hi, DJ.
Hello there.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
Good. You sound peppy and full of pep today. How are you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm a truck driver, and I wake up every morning with a prayer to God to keep me safe, and by gosh, He always does.
Oh, I love that.
For that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. So what do you have for us by way of a joke, DJ?
Well, this is an old one. what is the difference between your granny and your granary?
What's the difference between our granny and the granary?
Yeah.
Is it okay? I do not know. Debbie, do you have?
Now, one's a corn bin, and the other's your born can.
That was okay. That was really good. Very nice. So we want to go ahead and thank you again, DJ, for sending in that joke or telling us that joke, and also being a truck driver. You're with your guardian angel. Always remember that. Give us your best clean joke. Please call us 833-288-3986.
The most original and exclusive Catholic content is on EWTN Radio.
I don't like looking back. I prefer to look forward and keep moving forward. There's plenty to cover. I do a lot of research and try to dig out the bits and pieces of a life or of an agenda that people don't want to talk about.
The World Over with Raymond Arroyo. Thursday night, 8 Eastern on EWTN Radio and Television.
Hello, this is Bishop David O'Connell of the Diocese of Trenton, and this is a Eucharistic moment. The Holy Eucharist is the central element of the Catholic faith, rooted in the person of our Lord Jesus Christ, the incarnate Son of God, who the Gospels recorded on the night before he died, shared one last meal with his disciples, during which he took bread, blessed and broke it, saying, "Take and eat. This is my body. This is my blood given for you." In so doing, the Lord Jesus Christ instituted the sacrament of the Holy Eucharist, which Catholics continue to celebrate as the heart of their life in the Church. Notice again, the Lord Jesus did not say this is a sign or a symbol of his body and blood. He said that the bread and wine of the Last Supper is his body and blood, and Catholics have always believed that, continuing to obey his command that night to this very day. Do this in memory of me.
Discover the life and legacy of Father Benedict Rochelle with CDs, DVDs, and books from EWTN Religious Catalog. Visit EWTNRC.com today.
Hi, this is Janet Williams. You don't have to be a woman to enjoy Women of Grace tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern here on EWTN Radio. Now, back to Take Two with Jerry and Debbie.
Well, what I say sometimes on the show, what the lady wants, the lady gets. Golf jokes are pouring in now for Debbie, and we will get to those in just a minute. Thanks to Monica in Florida and some others. Jack Williams put another one on our screen here. Just want to congratulate, though, another member of the EWTN radio family, Good Shepherd Radio, serving Jackson, Michigan. They're celebrating their 9th year with us. So congratulations to Bob Look and his team at WJKN. From all of us here at EWTN, way to go.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Congratulations, you guys. Keep going. We got more souls to reach. Okay, Jerry, you wouldn't let me read the punchline that Jack sent in on the golf joke. So will you read it so I can start laughing now?
Okay. Yeah, by the way, there's a phone line open if you've got a clean joke for us, 833-288-3986. Jack says, 2 golfers are ready to play on the 11th tee as a funeral procession passes by. The first player doffs his cap and bows his head as the procession passes. That was a really nice thing to do, the second golfer says. It's good to see there is still some respect in the world. Well, it's only right, the first golfer replies. I was married to her for 35 years.
Oh, that was fantastic. I love that. Okay, that was really good. Thank you, Jack. That's the kind of golf jokes I was talking about. That's what we need to hear. Those are great. And then you can always tell those to your friends when you go out and play the great game of golf, right?
Yeah. Monica says, why do golfers always carry a spare pair of trousers with them?
Why?
The answer is in case they get a hole in one. I knew that would get you laughing, Debbie,
that
being
was
the
a
great
great one.
golf fan that you are.
Yes, thank you, Monica. That was fantastic. Oh, see, those are great jokes. Okay, let's hear what Michael has to say. Michael in Saratoga, New York on YouTube. We're waving to you, Michael. Take it away.
Hello there. How you been? It's good to laugh before you have to go see the doctor.
Yes.
So keep me in prayer.
Absolutely, Michael. You got the prayers.
Yes, and not only that, but also keep in prayer those down in Florida with the situation with the hurricane just about ready to hit there tomorrow. So keep them in prayer as well.
For sure.
But the joke that I had, and this actually began a homily when I was in church this past weekend. And he said, well, there's a lot of St. Peter jokes, but a lot of them aren't clean. But here's one that we find out that could be said in church. And so if we can say it in church, you can obviously say it here on the radio. A Catholic, a Protestant, a Catholic, a Baptist, and a Charismatic die and go to heaven. Since the rooms aren't ready, St. Peter tells Satan to go open to see if he can hold them for a few days. Satan said, oh, yes, I can, and so down they go. But a few hours later, Satan calls up St. Peter again and tells him, get him out of here, because the Catholic is forgiving everybody, the Baptist is saving everybody, and the Charismatic is raising enough money for air conditioning.
Oh, man. So that was the beginning of a homily, Michael, you said, right?
Yeah, at the beginning of the homily, since the gospel was on Peter's confession of faith in Matthew chapter 16, verses 13 to 19. And I know John Martinoni last hour on Women of Grace was kind of delving into it a little bit. So kind of keep that thing going a little bit longer as well.
Yeah,
so
for sure. Absolutely. Well, Michael, thank you for the joke, and you go with our prayers. It sounds like you said you had a medical appointment of some kind, so we will add you to our prayer book, and for God's holy hands and holy will to be done, and the protection of Mary and St. Michael as well be with you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Michael. And we've got you definitely in the book, Jerry. I've got Michael in the book. We'll start praying right now. Okay, Juliana is in South Louisiana on Sirius XM 130. Did I get your name correct, Juliana?
Yes, you did. Good
okay,
morning.
Perfect. Beautiful name, by the way. Okay, so give us your best clean joke.
Okay. Man hears a knock at his door. He goes, opens it, doesn't see anyone, but there's a snail on his front porch. So he picks up that snail and he throws it across the front yard. 5 years later, a man hears a knock at his door. He goes to the door and he doesn't see anyone, but there's a snail back on his front porch and says, what was that about? I don't get it.
Oh, wait.
No, it's...
The snail.
I'm a little slow.
Now that I have to explain, I'm so embarrassed. It is a funny joke. My mom's neurologist told it to us years ago.
Okay.
And he was just he was a funny man. But this 5 years later, that's how long it took the snail to get back to the front.
Oh.
Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
It took
kind of like snail mail.
It took him 5 years to get back. Okay, that's hilarious.
What was that about? See, apparently I don't know how to tell jokes.
Oh no, you do. You know, Jerry and I. Sometimes we looked for the details in things, and so I didn't pick up that it. Obviously the snail moving that slowly, but yeah, that's hilarious. You are so really funny. Good. Thank you so much. You're such a delightful soul. I love your giggle, Juliana.
All right. Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to tell that
Thanks
joke
for
and
making
see
us
if
giggle a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to see if Marty gets it. I'm going to test. Okay. I'm going to test out. I always test all the jokes on Marty, and he laughs all the time, so it makes his day as well. There you go. Okay, who's next?
Lou in Queens, New York, a first-time caller to the program on Sirius XM 130. Hi, Lou. Welcome.
Hi. Thank you for having me. I don't know how funny this is, but it was funny when I was a kid back in the 60s. What were Batman and Robin's names after they were run over by a steamroller?
Oh, boy. I can't imagine what that would be.
Flat man and ribbon. I told you it was silly.
Oh
yeah,
my,
that's good. That's a
oh
good
my
one.
goodness. That's I think that's great, Lou. I think you did a great job.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And you got a great giggle too. I think everybody who's a Take Two family member, they all have a great laugh and a second laugh. I love the second laugh that comes. It's like some have like the machine gun laughs. I love that. That is so cool. That's a gift. That is a gift. Okay, Tom is up next, Jerry, in Houston, Texas, on our friends at Guadalupe Radio Network. Hi, Tom.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Before I tell my joke, I have to tell you something that may surprise you. But for years and years, at this time of the day, I listened to Rush Limbaugh, and I was a devoted fan and loved him. When he died, I didn't care for the characters that replaced him. So I went spinning the dial and discovered you. I knew nothing about you. I have become a devoted listener to your programs, both the one that's both yours and the one that comes on later. And your efforts are inspiring, and I just want you to know how much I appreciate it.
Oh, Tom, that makes our day. Now, we just want to make sure, just because, just to be fully transparent, we didn't pay you to say this or anything like that, right, Tom?
I promise not. And I want you to know that equating you all with Rush Limbaugh is high praise for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
oh, yes.
it sure is.
Yes.
Because I loved him. I'm going to tell you a joke, and I'm afraid it was not the one your screener wanted, but it's also, I promise, clean. It's a little bit better than the one I thought of. Harry is about to go out to play golf, and his wife says, "Be home for dinner because we have a dinner party." Well, of course, Harry shows up late. When she starts to reading the riot act, he says, "Honey, I'm sorry I'm late, but on the second hole, Joe dropped dead with a heart attack. And for 16 holes, it was hit, drag Joe, and hit, drag Joe."
Oh man, that's someone who loves his golf game.
Okay, that was a winner. Okay, Tom.
Thank you, Tom.
Keep up the great work. Okay.
Thank
You
you,
too.
Tom.
Thank
You
for
are
your kind
a
words.
precious soul. Thank you for those great, wonderful words and kind compliments. Wow, I love golf jokes. You probably don't like golf jokes. You don't play golf, do you?
I have played a few times. I just was never very good at it.
Oh yeah, then yeah, okay.
But we do have a couple of open phone lines. Once a quarter on Take Two, we offer you the opportunity to tell your best clean joke. So please get on board. Give us a laugh today. 833-288-3986 is the number to call. Let's peek in on social media for a minute here, Debbie, if we can.
Go right ahead.
This is a good one.
Okay, tell me.
This is from Pam S. Pam S., who's watching on YouTube. What did the right eye say to the left eye?
What?
Honestly, between you and me, something smells.
I can remember the kinds of jokes. I love that. That was really cool.
That reminds me of one that we got last time. I think it was from a young person who said, "What do you find inside a clean nose?"
What?
Remember that one? Fingerprints.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're getting messages coming in from the Take Two family. These are for Tom in Houston, Texas, that just called in. Everybody loves Tom. They're welcoming him to the Take Two family. So Tom, you got a lot of friends worldwide, so they're all weighing in saying they love Tom from Houston. So there you go. Hope that put a smile on your face, Tom. Okay, why are you laughing? You're laughing ahead of time before you're telling the joke.
I know. Anna Marie, great viewer on YouTube, comments almost every day. Anna Marie says, "My boss wanted me to start our work presentation with a good joke, so I used my paycheck on the first slide." Yeah, what she got paid was a joke.
Yeah, what's a joke? I know. I caught it. It was just a little bit of a delay.
Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay, that was really good. All right, so we're going to hear what Paul has to say in Buffalo, New York on the Station of the Cross. Hi, Paul.
Debbie and Jerry, long time no talk.
That's
Welcome.
true. What's been cooking with you? How you doing?
Well, I'm hanging in here. It's been quite a few years. Past few years have been, difficult, but you know what I mean? For everybody, but we're still out here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we're so good. We're so glad to hear your voice, Paul. That's wonderful. You're always, you know what, the beauty of the Take Two family, you're always a member, always, right?
Amen.
Mm-hmm. So take it away. Tell us your best clean joke.
Well, I don't have a whole lot of jokes, but this one just popped into my head a couple months ago. I asked the question, why would the Jewish people have no problem with people drinking beer?
I think I might have a clue, a hint on this one, but I'm not sure, Paul. So go ahead.
Well, could it be because of Hebrews?
Yeah. I thought that was where that was going.
Yeah, you've actually, I think that has been shared before, Paul, but Jerry always laughs at that because Jerry, you're like kind of what do you call it, like an expert or something in that craft brewing or something?
Yeah, I'm kind of a craft beer fan. If I drink anything, that's what it's going to be.
Yeah, there you go, Paul. So that was a winner. Thank you so much. God bless you. It's good to hear your voice. Okay, Melissa's up next in Sioux Falls, South Dakota on Real Presence Radio. Melissa, your best joke.
Well, this is from my little boy named John Paul. He's in school right now, but he would want me to tell you this.
Okay.
Why was Goliath so stunned when David hit him in the head with a rock?
Why?
Because nothing like that had entered his head before.
Okay, how old is John Paul?
John Paul is 8, and he heard it from a cousin who's a priest, and he just got the biggest kick out of it, so he tells everybody.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, you got to tell him that was a home run. So tell John Paul, in addition to us loving his name, that was a great joke.
I will do that. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Melissa. Yeah, having a cousin who's a priest, that can't be anything but a positive influence in John Paul's life. So we are happy to hear that as well. 833-288-3986. And tell us your best clean joke. Tony in Miami, listening on Sirius XM 130 today. Hello, Tony. Glad to hear from you.
How are you guys? Thank you so much for a good show. Humor is the best way to the heart and the best way to spread Jesus. So it's definitely a blessing for you guys to have a show like this. I have two quick jokes. The first one was that there was a man speaking with God, and he says, Lord, how much is 1,000,000 years for you? And he says, well, 1,000,000 years for me are about a second. He says, all right, Lord, well, how much is $1,000,000 for you, Lord? He says, well, it's about a penny. He says, Lord, can I get a penny? He said, yeah, give me a second.
That's good.
Wow.
That's very good.
That's a good one. Tony, I have to ask you this quick question. Are you guys okay in Miami?
Yeah, we are. It's a little bit more up north towards Tampa, so we're praying for them. You know, we know how it feels when you're going to get hit by a hurricane, so we know everything that goes into it. So we're definitely praying for them, but right now here we're good. No rain or nothing yet down here.
Okay. Stay safe. I actually, Jerry, I texted my brother this morning. He's in Tampa, and I said, make sure you and his wife Erica, make sure you guys are safe. And he just texted back. So everybody's praying for the folks in Florida for sure. Jerry, I wanted to share real quickly before we get back to laughing and telling more jokes. Just a highlight that we always like to do on our show to just get folks aware of what's happening and shows that you can tune into. So let me just share. Father Mitch Pacwa, Open Line Wednesdays. Father Mitch answers listener questions on church teachings. We highly recommend this show. Father Mitch does a fabulous job at explaining what our church stands for, what we believe, what we are to obey and adhere to if we want to be, solid Catholic Christians. And Father Mitch does a fabulous job. Please check out Open Line Wednesdays. Very, very important show, especially in the time and the day and the age and the hour that we live in, Jerry, because there's a lot of things floating on social media and they're not accurate. So Father Mitch sets it straight.
Good deal. Well, our friend Timoteo weighed in with about 3 jokes. I'll read one of them here. Timoteo says, I tried to take my case to a higher court, but I couldn't find a tall enough ladder. Beautiful, Timoteo. That's awesome.
Very cool. You guys are so awesome. You guys like to have fun. This is why we love the Take Two family. Let's hear what Jason has to say on YouTube in Indiana. Hi, Jason. Hello, Jason.
Hi. Thank you guys both for what you do.
Thank you.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, just fine.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Just fine. Yep.
Okay. Thank you both for what you do. Thank you both for what you do.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
And yes, thank you. I thought of this joke, and I don't think it's mine. I think it might be divine inspiration because I thought of this the last time you had the jokes, which was around Easter. And I was laying there listening to the program, and all of a sudden, during the program, I thought of this joke, and it's kind of a remake of another joke, but it goes, 2 disciples walked into a bar, and Jesus rose.
Jesus rose. Is that explain that to us a little bit, Jason, if you would? I'm slow sometimes.
Well, there's an old joke. I don't know if you've heard it. It goes, 2 guys walked into a bar, and the third one ducked.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a play on that joke. 2 disciples walked into a bar, and Jesus rose, right? He was on the 3rd day he rose, right?
Yes, right. Yeah. Yeah, it reminds me, actually, I bought some kind of fruit and cereal bars one time a few years ago, and this is a very true story, and they're pumpkin flavored, and so they're these bars, so they named it, This Pumpkin Walks Into a Bar.
Oh.
God bless you, Jason. Thanks for being part of the joke show. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, Jerry, we are getting a lot of emails and messages coming in. Guys, we're just going to let you know right up front, Jerry and I will read every joke. We'll laugh with our show team. We promise you that, okay? So I know everybody wants their joke shared on air, Jerry.
Helen via email, take2@EWTN.com. What did the buffalo say to his kid when the kid left for school?
What?
Bye, son.
Oh, okay, that was a good one.
Classic.
That is a classic. Absolutely. Yeah. Wow. Julie, we got Julianne in Fort Worth, Texas on Guadalupe Radio Network. Hi, Julianne.
Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you? Tell us your best joke.
Okay, all right. There was a guy who was the best insurance salesman of anybody, and his boss says, how come you sell so much insurance? And he says, I don't want to brag, but I know everybody. His name was Bill Brody from Odessa, Texas. And so they were in Washington, D.C., and they're walking along the street. Up pulls a black limousine. Out jumps the president. And he says, Bill Brody, how's the insurance business in Odessa, Texas? And they shake hands, and his boss says, well, that's nice, but a lot of people know the president. He said, but you don't know everybody. Bill says, I don't want to brag, but I do. And so he said, well, I bet you don't know the King of England. And he said, I don't want to brag, but I know him. And so they said, well, let's just go to London and find out. So they go to London, and here comes this carriage with all the horses, and they come to a screech halt. And out steps the King of England, and he says, Bill Brody, how's the insurance business in Odessa, Texas? And Bill says, hey, Chuck, how's it going? And, are the boys doing okay and whatever? And so his boss is amazed. out with him and we'll shake hands, and then that way you know I know the Pope. So people are gathering, all these people, and he's standing next to this little old Italian lady. She's so old, she looks like E.T. with a shawl on her head. And he says, all of a sudden, the door's open, and out comes the Pope. And he taps the lady, and he says, is that the Pope? And she says, I don't know who the guy in the beanie is, but the one next to him is Bill Brody from Odessa, Texas.
That's you know what, as you were telling that, Millie, I thought it was going to go in the direction of the Pope,
Right.
and I had kind of a hunch on that one, but that was good.
That was a good one. I loved your enthusiasm. You really tell a very good joke. You get us really hooked and staying with every word and every detail. Way to go. Thank you.
Actually, I think I called her Millie, but Millie is actually in River Ridge, Louisiana, and up now. I'm sorry about that, Millie. It's I was off the show yesterday, and I'm just kind of getting my
Yeah, that was Julianne that
brain
sent
back
it
in gear
Yeah.
here. Sorry about that. Hi, Millie.
Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. I love this joke, so I hope y'all get to appreciate it.
Sure.
There was a young mommy. She just had her first little baby. She had a little boy, and of course, she was so in love with him. And her mother-in-law was coming over to visit for the very first time, meet the baby. Well, the baby was sleeping in the other room. So they went in by the cradle, and the mama says, look at him. Isn't he beautiful? He's so perfect. He's unbelievable. There'll never be a woman good enough for him. And the mother-in-law said, yes, I know, dear.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that was really good. Millie, you're awesome. I love it. Millie, it sounds like Millie might have been, I love how our Take Two family steps up and tells jokes, because it sounds like some of them have gone through like drama classes or, in school or theater classes, because they know how to pause and do everything. I think that's awesome. You do.
It's strictly coincidental. Disclaimer on his sermon. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Diane, we have 60 seconds. Diane in Minnesota on Sirius XM 130. We now have 45 seconds. Diane, take it away.
Okay. Well, there was a child who was in a catechism class and used to fuss all the way through Mass. And at one point, the priest said, "If everyone behaves themselves, I will take you out for burgers and sodas and the works." And the kid says, "Well, you're supposed to do that anyway. It's in the Bible." And he says, "What do you mean?" "Well, it says right in the Bible, blessed are they who hunger and thirst after righteousness."
That's a different spin on that on the passage, Diane. Funny one.
Yeah,
Thank you.
very
God bless
good.
you.
You guys did a great job. As always, the Take Two family, you are awesome. And Jerry, tomorrow's show, we're asking our Take Two family, tell us how you prepare for the sacrament of reconciliation. What do you do to prepare before going to confession? That's what we're asking tomorrow, Jer.
Thank you, affiliates, for carrying the program. Again, as Debbie said, thank you, Take Two family. And our producer is Ace McKay, Jeff Burson on social media. Matt Gabensky is on the phones, and we just really want to wish you a beautiful and blessed day. And as we've been doing for a year and a half or maybe longer, we just want to ask for St. Joseph, please pray for us. Amen. God bless you.